Hey guys, it's Adele here from RideWrap, and I'm going to show you some pro tips and tricks to help you with a successful install. Alright, do yourself a favor. One of the first things you can do for a successful install is take a look at our handy install instructions right there on your box. After doing countless installs on bikes, one of the things that I've noticed the most to set you up properly is to make sure that you have a nice clean bike. So one of the most important things really for setup is to make sure that you're in a clean working environment. Not doing it anywhere where you're outside or around a lot of dust, making sure that your space is warm, nice and clean, not on top of a furry carpet or anything like that. And if you don't have a garage or clean workspace, a kitchen might do well. So after you've fully cleaned your bike, what you really want to make sure to do is remove all the extra little pieces so that you're just dealing with the bare frame. Things like your bottle cage holder, your chain stay protector, even the little zip ties that hold all your cables in place. You're going to want to remove those so that you have some space to work around everything. So one of the most important things is to make sure that your bike is super clean. If you're getting it fresh out of the box, chances are it's going to look clean, but there might be some little fingerprints or some grease marks on it, or when you're removing some of the labels, you might have some sticky debris left over, so just really make sure that you give it a thorough clean. And so you can grab your handy cleaning install wipe. We have 2 of those in each kit. When you're dealing with a used bike, you're really going to want to pay extra attention to certain spots that might have a little bit of extra dirt buildup, even if you don't see it superficially, especially underneath all of the things that you just removed. That's where you'll really notice the excess dirt that's still left over. Prepping your install solution, you're going to want 4 drops per liter. In a typical spray bottle, you're looking at about 500 milliliters, so that's 2 drops of the install solution. If you accidentally put too much solution in, don't panic. You can always dilute it with more water. Just taking half out, putting more water in your bottle. So once you have your install solution in your water, you can always do a few test strips by taking some of the extra pieces in your RideWrap kit, giving them a spray, and seeing how well they stick on your bike. Okay, when you're dealing with a piece of film that might not have enough solution on it, you'll notice it's going to be really sticky and hard to maneuver around. So on the flip side, if you're noticing that your wrap isn't sticking at all, you may have placed a little too much solution in the water, in which case you can just go back and dilute it again. So another helpful way to use your install solution is as you're peeling the film off of the backing to give it a good spray. And this will help to prevent static from pulling hair and dust from the air onto the film. So one of the most unfortunate things that you could have happen is to accidentally drop your film on the floor. Because when you pick it up, it's probably going to look like this. If this does happen to you, don't panic. You could potentially save the piece by giving it a good spray and trying to wipe off some of the debris, or you can contact us and get a replacement piece. So you'll notice your kit comes with numbered pieces, and it's always important to start with number 1. And the reason that we've done this is so that you can start with the rear of the bike. And these pieces tend to be a little bit smaller and easier to work with, so there's a little more room for error if you need to pull them off or reapply them, as opposed to starting with something like your top tube or your down tube, which tends to be a much larger piece, a little more commitment, and once you get your way over to there, you should feel a little more confident at this point with working with those larger pieces. So now you're all set up and ready to go. If you still have some questions or maybe hesitations before you begin, you can always refer back to the printed instructions on the box, or check out our other videos on YouTube for pro tips and tricks, including alignment, which can really help you set yourself up for a successful install.